All right, hopefully you actually got out your 911. So let's go ahead and look over those answers and take questions if we have any questions. By the way, technically speaking, yes, I'm past 10 minutes, but it's because my recorder was broken. Oh, it makes me want to play a recorder. No, but now that I'm finally recording, we can check homework. So reminder, my lessons are recorded. If you want to go back and see what we did again, go to my YouTube. I do not care about the views or subscribers because I am not monetized, but if you want to subscribe, it makes me feel kind of good. But it's there so you guys can see things over and over and over again. So any questions on 10 as we were approximating? Right, I think that one was approximate the circle, or estimate, they said. Now, in number A, we know it would be exactly pi. We don't even really have to estimate that. But guys, what we're approximately using is we know it's going to be approximately times 3. A little bit bigger than times 3, but it's going to approximately be times 3. I forgot to tell 1A this. Guys, has anyone looked at your plan book, like actually looked at it? Yeah. Have you looked at the back of it?
Yeah.
Guys, Estes, okay, there's a coloring page. Yes, that's what I'm excited about. There's an algebra reference sheet here that has a ton of really good stuff on it. Just by the way. Just by the way. Like circumference is here. Order of operations, conversions. I should send this video to my friends that I yelled at last night because in their podcast, none of them knew how many feet were in a mile. And I yelled at Todd, and Todd told me I must be so fun at parties. I literally was like, Todd, how does none of you, 4 adults, not know how many feet are in a mile? And he goes, you must be really fun at parties. That's because we were in college together. We're friends. At least I hope he thinks we're friends. Any questions on 11 or 12? Alex, you checking your homework? Because that's what we're all doing right now. Any questions on 13 or 14? Where, I mean, 13's on the front, 14's on the back. It should be. So this might be confusing you because this is the x-axis and y-axis values. This, for B, x-axis values, y-axis values. Did you get this out of my binder? Yeah, this is what we're doing. The answers they're giving you are the values of the axis. And then 14, we're filling in the table, and it just gives us the values that filled in on the table. You also haven't done this, although you've had it since Monday. Guys, you have got to help yourself out. I'm only collecting 2 homeworks tomorrow. Do not start this chapter behind. Get on top of your work and at least turn in the current work because then nothing new goes in math. I know you want to work on your stuff that's in math. That needs done eventually. But you might need to do that at home or you might need to do that over the weekend because if you need help on your homework, that should happen here during AO or extensions. Do not start this chapter behind. I'll even make the offer. If everyone turns in their homeworks tomorrow, I'll give the whole class a piece of candy, which I'm going to have to go buy more candy. If everyone turns in 911 and 912, just 2 homeworks, we'll all get a piece of candy. Flip side of that is if anyone doesn't, offers off. So sorry, we're going to do one of those teacher things that I used to hate. So I'm like, I'm going to do my homework. I'm trying to think of a name of who would have not done their homework. Like Zach, maybe. Like, not Zach 8th grade, but like Zach, my friend Zach. Like, if I do my homework and Zach doesn't do his homework, I'm mad at Zach. But honestly, I should have asked Zach if he needed help. I should have asked Zach if he wanted to do his homework together with me. it's also on me because we're classmates. We're teammates. We're all in this together. Questions on, hey guys, 17, for those of you that think I'm like, mean and crazy and like assign too much homework, 17 was a really big problem. So I deleted it. I took it out because I didn't want to overwhelm you guys. So there is no 17 on your homework. I took it out. Again, 15 was a typo. It should have been 2/5 and 1/3. I think we talked about that like a day or two ago. It should have been 2/5 and 1/3. So then that's how we can get these values of classical jazz rock. 6 pi if we use 3.14, right? 27 pi if we use 3.14. 18, 19, and 20. Any questions? I would prefer that you hang on to that until at least 912 is done and we get a chance to check it. So I'd rather you not turn those in. But if you turn that in today, I'm probably going to try to grade it today and get it back to you. But I'd rather you hang on to it and we can check 912 tomorrow and get both of those turned in. Your Desmos is unpaused now. Guys, I hope you watched the video at the beginning because otherwise the different packages won't really make sense. The blue line is supposed to represent just like a ribbon, like when they tie up a package. Here, I'll anonymize this and we can take any of these questions. I don't know what kind of candy they are.
I thought they were Turkish hats.
They could be. I have no questions. Yeah, the blue line's a ribbon. Hey, let's keep it school appropriate.
Did you understand the H word?
Aw, heck.
You should. That'd be good.
Well, we need a new piano. Our piano broke.
Oh.
We have a keyboard here, by the way. If you ever want to do take first word, it's a nice keyboard. If you suggesting that makes me feel like you play keyboard. Well, we have a keyboard here. If you like that, we do take first. Yes, some keyboards don't respond the same as a piano because the weight of the keys. I will tell you, all of these packages do not use the same amount of cardboard. All of these packages do not use the same amount of cardboard. Well, let's look at some of our opinions of our classmates. So, package B, it's visibly the smallest. Could be D, though. Package B, it's the most compact. Package B, I don't know. It just looks like it uses the least. Just a guess. Ooh, package D, it looks like it has the smallest dimensions, and they are all smaller. Package D, there are 24 schools. Ooh, now there's some math. Uh-oh, someone's flexing their math skills. I think it's because there's the flattest one out of them. Okay. Guys, what company do you think thinks about stuff like this a lot? Amazon. And honestly, I think Amazon's probably going to kill us all. But, like, they're using an insane amount of cardboard every single day. And cardboard is not free. And cardboard comes from trees. And Amazon does plant trees to try to replace, like, the paper that they're using. But I don't know if they can ever, like, do enough. So, by the way, when you're ordering things from Amazon, try to do the, like, deliver together, deliver in the same box on the same day sort of things. That lowers your carbon footprint. So your carbon footprint is not only the stuff that is being wasted, but, like, the gas being used, all that. Lower your carbon footprint if you can. So Amazon is thinking about this all the time. Because if I'm ordering, let's say I have a problem with coffee, and I'm ordering 8 containers of coffee, they are not probably going to ship them in a box like this. Because that would use a lot of cardboard on the front, a lot on the top, a lot on the back, a lot on the bottom. Okay, the ends aren't that big. But I feel like what Amazon would probably do feels like that would be a smaller box. Probably. Take that into consideration as you work through this. Alright, I'm going to let you keep working because I don't want to like help you too much. Remember that area would not be units cubed? Right, so volume gets units cubed. Area gets units squared. Ooh, love this, because I don't know that we've talked about it yet. If you are trying to do an exponent, but you are typing and you're not like in Word or Google or whatever that can let you do the exponent, because by the way, that's a superscript. If you're looking to do an exponent, you're looking for superscript. And subscript puts a little number at the bottom, like if you're doing science, like chemistry. So if you want to type to the third power, we use the caret, and then we type a 3. Right? So if you wanted to the second power, use the caret and do a 2. But that means to the power, which is also the same symbol you press in your calculator. Yes. No. That, like, this is how we, like, you can't just type, like, units, like, no. No, that is not. The caret says to the power of, and then you have to have a number. The caret is literally the button on our calculator that tells us to the power of whatever. So in the calculator, if I want to do 5 squared, I hit the caret and I do a 2. If I want to do 5 cubed, this doesn't work unless it's got white background. And so if I try to do what you just asked me to do, caret, it's an error. It does not work. So no, we cannot do that. We got to do a caret to a power. 5 to the third would be 125. What? Yeah, you do. It's probably a second function on your calculator.
Oh, I found it. It's my first function on the very left. Diagonal of the 7.
All right, a bunch of us are still on slide 4 doing the math. Looks like a lot of good math happening.
Is it an improper term?
I'm not 100% sure what it's technically called. Like, I am not certain. Well, that's what I learned it as, like, when you were trying to insert something in your writing. Like, you forgot a word or forgot a letter. And then it just, yeah. Yeah. When we're talking about a box, are there any things that can make dealing with a box easier? And sorry that I'm missing a face, but I used the other half of this box for something at home. Ahmad, is there anything we could do to make our like when we're calculating things about a box?
It's not round.
Okay,
so
yes.
It's a lot easier.
Okay. And
like you can easily measure the size to
okay, and do I need to do 6 different calculations for my 6 faces?
No, because each side is 2.
Ah, the top matches the bottom. The front matches the back. The left matches the right. So really, you only need to do 3 different calculations and double them. Yes, my shoe brand, I know some of you are like reading it. My shoe brand, the shoes that are comfortable for me are called Noble. Their little slogan is just the horns. No bull, just the horns. Yeah. Bull like animal, right? Like a bull. Like.
I thought it was supposed to be red like no.
Everything is not Zodiac.
It relates, and it's kind of fun. So, like, it is now.
Oh, by the way, John's wife Alex had the baby.
Yay!
Because it was in this class I got that text, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, John's wife had the baby.
That's sweet.
We still don't know the baby's name. My guess is it's going to be called Enigma. Enigma. You know what Enigma means? Like, an enigma is like... How do I even define this? Yeah, like, it's an enigma, right? That's not the slide I wanted to... Alright, so, if you have length, width, and height, you know that the length times the width makes one of the faces. The length times the height makes another one of the faces. And the width times the height makes another one of the faces. So this is here so you can drag it around and play with what it's actually doing. So if it was 1 by 1 by 24, it's a 1 by 1, right? The front face is just a 1 by 1, and then it's 24 long. And this can, here, actually the top, bottom, left, and right are all the same. The front and back match each other, but all the other 4 faces are the same.
That doesn't seem very efficient.
You're right. This does not seem like an efficient way to ship all my coffee cans. Right? Like the example that we gave. So a 6 by 2 by 2. I think I'm going to do 2 by 2 and then do 6. No, now I'm counting. But honestly, we still have to do the math, even if we, like, set this up here. We still have to do the math.
Would you be able to distribute doubling so that it would be like the length times 2, the width plus the width times 2, the height times 2?
I don't think that would... I mean, you could test it if you want to, but I think we need to find the areas first and then double.
Like what I mean is like the sides.
Faces.
Sides.
Hey, by the way, I'm going to start to get real technical with this stuff.
Sides and faces are different.
We're not going to use the word side.
Faces.
Come on.
Like a card face.
What's your argument? Why should I?
I don't know. Probably.
On this, what's a side, Akman?
One face.
Oh, one of the faces? This is a face. This is an edge. Okay, side is too, like, it's a murky word.
Like you
And
don't
I
know
also
which
hate
side.
that we, like, when we talk about dice, it's actually my buddy's podcast, the new one this week is about which dice should rule them all. Like, we got rid of every single other kind of dice. And my nerds in here will probably start thinking about this. You only have one die for the whole world. Like, what type of die would you choose?
The 20.
You choose a D10, you choose a D12. But all of that said, I hate that we talk about a 6-sided die, a 10-sided. It's faces, guys. Faces, edges. Okay, as we start talking about 3D shapes, faces and edges. Yes.
Do you prefer corners or vertices?
I mean, vertice is the technical word. I mean, I'll take corner because we know what a corner is. But yeah, vertice is technically where, like, 3 or more lines are meeting, right? Or 2, honestly, 2 or more, because you can have a vertice of, or the vertex of, like, a triangle and whatever. So either vertice or corner. What's up, Will? We can talk about that later. Like, I would love to talk about that with you guys. All right, that's getting a little intense. Yes.
I don't like. You should be able to distribute that because this is your equation here.
Whoa, length plus width plus height?
That's what you said.
No, I did not.
Well, it's like
Length,
the side.
width, and height are length, width, and height. You're talking about, like, dimensions right now. We need to first find the areas.
Yeah, that's what I mean by that.
No, you don't, because these letters represent length, width, and height, which
Oh.
are edge dimensions. You
Oh,
need
right.
to make up different letters if that's what you're wanting to do. So you could do, like, A, B, C if you want, or
I'm
like,
just gonna make them
or like
capital.
front, top.
I'm just gonna make them capital.
No, I'm telling you, you are not allowed to do this.
Oh.
L, W, and H mean length, width, and height, whether they're lowercase or uppercase. That's
Okay.
what they mean.
All right.
Do not start confusing your brain by using the same variable to mean 2 different things. Do not do that.
All right.
So if you want to do this, you can, but you got to use different letters. So if we call this side B, and if we call this side face, sorry, I didn't see, I'm doing it too. We call this side A, and we call this side C. Now you can do what you're talking about of A plus B plus C doubled. Now you can do that, but you cannot use LWH.
All right. So, but then wouldn't you be able to like distribute that?
Or you don't have to. You could add them up and then just multiply by 2. So I feel like that's quicker.
Yeah. Sometimes it is like a small, but it's like small numbers. It would just be.
So,
for me, it's
I'm
like-
pulling up where are you in the activity because I feel like you just need to spend more time working. So Akman, come here. Come here. Starting at slide 4, everything you've done is wrong. You need to go back and redo the math starting at slide 4. Most of us have slide 4 wrong. Laurel, Ella, and Amir, nice work. Mick, I think yours is right, but you're still looking at it, so it's hard to tell. If you're still looking at slide 4, I can't tell if you're right or wrong. So let's probably just go ahead and go back to slide 4 together. I'm going to skip the 24-1-1 because that's like, I'm going to go to 6-4-1 because I feel like this one is nicer to play with. So I want to see my 6, my 4, and I'm only going to make it 1 deep just so I can see most of it. If I was going to split this up, actually I'm going to put this in a smartboard so that people watching the video can see it. If I write just like on the screen with ink layer, the video doesn't actually get it. Even if you got this right, come with us for a moment just to make sure that we all practice this together, and then it's time for lunch. So if I call my faces A, B, C, that's fine, but I actually want to do like front, top, and right. Because then I know front is going to be the same as the back. Right? Top is going to be the same as the bottom. And right is going to be the same as the left. Right? So I'm going to talk about front, top, and right because I can see the front, the top, and the right. And then I know the other ones are the same. So my front face of my 641 is going to be 6 times 4. My top face is going to be 6 times the 1. And my right face is going to be 4 times the 1. Notice how many times I used each number? Twice. Because the length goes with 2 of the faces. The width goes with 2 of the faces. The height goes with 2 of the faces. So I can get 24, 6, and 4, which really gives me 34. And then what do I need to do with that?
Double it.
Double it, because I also have the back, the bottom. Yeah, that's the problem, is that B's there twice for back and bottom. So that's why I don't talk about the back and the bottom. Like, I do front, top, right.
And also that would be length that you just said.
64, if I don't know what the label is. 68, thank you, math is hard. Was that Maddie that I owe a piece of candy to?
Yes, you do.
68 units squared. All right. I will unpause this in case you would like to keep practicing this. It's really good practice. I know Desmos doesn't give you immediate feedback of right or wrong, but it is time to go to lunch, so you guys can pack it up and head out if you'd like. Have a great day, guys. Maddie, you know where the candy is.
Indeed I do.
Indeed you do.